Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me, as always, is our wonderful friends Angela Rose
Hi, everyone.
and Darren Starling.
Yellow.
Try to center the camera a little bit better here. There we go. And we want to welcome everybody here to the show. We want to remind everybody that Anime-Zing Radio is brought to you tonight by Home Circle Media for the latest and greatest in anime gear, everything from pens, pencils, stationery, and officially licensed art books. Be sure to check out homecirclemedia.com today or look for them at an upcoming convention near you. We're also brought to you tonight by Casey Fox. For all of your artwork, cosplay, and commission needs, be sure to check out Casey Fox on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're also brought to you tonight by Darren.
If you're down in the Carolinas and need lawn service, hit me up.
Good evening, Mario and Ross. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. So happy to see you here in the screen. Hoping that we don't have a repeat of last week, although I think I had having some fun with stuff that happened. Instead of calling them trolls, I think we should refer to them as hobgoblins from now on, because they're uglier and more annoying. So just say hobgoblins in the chat, or Deberanes. If you've seen Kuma Bear, you understand the term Deberane.
And hello, Iris.
Hello, Iris. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. So excited to see so many people here in the chat. We are looking ahead at the 2023 anime season, not just the shows airing in winter, but shows we're excited for that are going to be airing all year long. A lot of big announcements, a lot of sequels coming out, but there's also some new ones that, originals that could be quite interesting. Hello, John. And also, if you're listening to us after the fact, you're not joining us here while we're live on Sunday nights on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern, come on by, say hello. We'd love to see you. We thank all of you awesome listeners who tune into the podcast all over the globe. It's amazing to see the growth that we have had in just a few months, and really thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the support. You know, we're excited about what 2023 has to offer for Anime-Zing Radio. This year's going to be fun.
Oh yes, lots to look forward to this year.
Doug from Ross, do not ruin Grace of the Gods because he's waiting for the English dub since he watched season 1 in English.
I will not ruin it. All I will say is I have seen at least one episode of Bo Fury season 2 and By the Grace of the Gods season 2, and all I will say is I'm not disappointed by either one. I know last year I was destroyed by the hype for Devil is a Part-Timer, and it sucked. And Date Alive season 4 was crap.
But Kurumi.
Even Natsumi, best girl, couldn't save it.
Now, Bo Fury is adorable. Trigun, the new Trigun is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. And yeah, no, my watch list for this season is a lot of catch up and a little bit of all over the place, but that's par for the course for me, I think.
Mario is happy. Angela knows about Bo Fury. And Trigun reboot is mid for me from Iris. Casey also has mixed feelings about the new Trigun. She has watched it and is not sure how she feels. She's going to continue a few episodes, hoping it gets better. But when you know and love the original, and the original is still as good as it was back then,
that's exactly where I'm at. And yes, John, the original Trigun is on my list of classic favorites.
And yes, Ross, I'm watching it too, so you're not alone.
I think that's one that I've actually looked into at one point, then just got way too busy and then forgot about it.
And
Inspector?
Yes.
And now it might be at the point of there's way too much. I could be wrong on that. Granted, at this point, way too much means more than 24.
But we're going to go looking ahead at, and yes, I did hear that John Knight says that Johnny Young Bosch will be coming back as the English voice of Vash. So maybe that's going to be the saving grace for a lot of the fans hearing Vash's original VA coming back. Maybe that'll make it more tolerable. I don't know. I've seen the original. I have not started watching the reboot. So only time will tell how we're going to feel about that, or if I even decide to watch it. A lot of other shows, and we were talking a little bit before coming on the air. Darren, I think you said you had like 15 shows or something like that you were planning on.
Something around that number. I'll let you know the final count once I go over everything. But yeah, I got a lot this season, and 2 or 3 of them are going to be just for kicks and giggles. I mean, particularly the one about my life as Inokai-san's dog. I mean, the short anime, I'm like, okay, why the heck not? What's 12 minutes?
Of degenerativeness.
But
Granted,
he's a dog.
That thought process of, well, it's a really short one, so why not, was what prompted me to actually just binge the 4 episodes of Housing Complex C. Because it ended up being a grand total of, I think, 90 minutes.
Well, I'll say this. Sometimes the short animes are actually quite interesting.
Agreed.
And some of the short animes are interesting and short in time length of episodes or short in time length of the series itself. Like there are a couple of really fun and interesting 6-episode animes out there. And Fooly Cooly and Golden Boy are the 2 that come to mind.
I was about to say, I think Golden Boy is one you're referencing, but I thought I had 5. Or am I thinking wrong?
Golden Boy had 6 episodes, and the only way it made sense was episode 6
when it tied everything together. Yeah.
Yep. No, another one of my favorite older anime is a self-contained 12 or 13.
And I know we talked last week a lot about how disappointing some of the sequels were that came out. And I think part of the reason that like Devil's a Part-Timer for me just bombed so much is we had such high hopes after such a long period of time between the original. I think it was like 7 years or something between the original and when they came out with the second season. And probably it got hyped up. Unlike Chainsaw Man, which received a ton of hype, I know Devil's a Part-Timer was really hyped up by a lot of people I knew, including voice actors. And for me personally, it just didn't live up to the original glory.
And personally, I know this happens a lot after that length of time, but I can't remember if the same studio did it, but the art definitely, I mean, granted, the animation and stuff was probably improved, but I kind of liked some of the old art, even though it was a subtle difference.
I think I shocked Mario with that take.
Yep. To answer John's question, if that is the movie that came out after the original series, I did, and I absolutely hated it.
Oh my.
It just didn't do it for me at all.
Well,
And
He
Mario,
agrees with you.
yeah, Mario agrees that he doesn't think season 2 is as good as the original for Devil as a Part-Timer. But we're not here to look back. We're here to look ahead. There are some good shows that are airing right now, and there's going to be some good shows that are going to be airing this season, or this year, I should say.
And it begins.
I will let you handle that stuff, Ange. That way we don't accidentally ban the wrong person again.
Except now I don't remember how to do it. God, nope, go away.
Unfocused intellect. Of course. How could anyone be focused on their stream when they are having to deal with stuff like this?
Okay. Unfortunately, that involves doing that.
Oh, and the problem is that's on the Twitch side of
Yeah,
things.
I can't do it from StreamYard, and I don't have the login for Twitch.
Oh, okay.
I don't do Twitch.
So that will be a you have to do that, I think.
All right. So
Passing the rolls on.
we go through here.
Ay.
I'm not sure how to. There we go. We will do that. So no unnecessary solicitations. But it means that we're getting popular and we're getting noticed.
Yay!
We had a first Hobgoblin or Deborane.
I
For
will
those who know the joke.
I will say that when I was looking at some stats, it looks like we've got new countries where we've got people listening to the podcast.
Yay!
Nice.
Bulgaria and Poland and Brazil.
I can understand Brazil if it's the connection that I think it is. Because I work at one of my jobs, I work with a girl who is from Brazil who has subscribed to the channel. I've told her about it, and she has talked about it to some of her family that lives in Brazil. So there's a possibility that it is a connection that way. But even still, thank you so much for tuning in from all over the world. We truly have an amazing international audience.
Agreed. I've said it before, I'll say it again. When I set up the audio recordings in August, I did not expect it to grow this quickly or this globally.
Now imagine if we'd have done this 8 years ago.
I know. None of us would have to work, probably.
Maybe.
But HH said it was a funny story about getting blocked last weekend by accident. He said he told Jerry and Scotty about it last night. They thought it wasn't an accident, which we all know it was. And Scotty is a good friend of mine. And little backstory for those of you who don't know, I used to hang out with HH and his brother Jerry and Scotty and our friends Matt and Sarah. And Matt and Sarah are the ones that actually got me into anime because they used to have Inuyasha on when we'd have game nights at their house. So it's because of Matt and Sarah that I started watching anime. And here we are, turn around full circle. HH never thought he'd be tuning into shows that I was doing talking about anime. So that's some of the fun connections there. HH is an awesome guy and was fun hanging out with you at Northeast Comic-Con early last year. And hopefully we get to see you at some more cons maybe this year, definitely in the future.
I will say it was lovely to actually get to meet you face to face.
Next, we need to get to meet Ross in person and Mario and John and everybody. I said
and
Mario.
Me.
And
And
Iris
Darren.
and Darren. Darren, we still haven't met face to face in person yet, just when he decides to turn the camera on when we're off the air. Why do I feel like we've turned this into a trash taste podcast where we're kind of off topic talking about whatever?
My
Because
response was going to say, wait, when did we turn this into Achievement Hunter? Because their podcast is literally called Off Topic because it's 2+ hours of them talking about literally nothing.
So basically, we are. Let's see, what show was it? That was the show about Seinfeld, where Seinfeld and blog podcast world.
And Mario knows trash taste.
Yeah. I mean, we all have trash taste. That's why we enjoy the podcast. I've been keeping up with a lot of their shows, and
Trash Taste Live was an experience.
I am so mad I
Agreed.
missed it. But, sometimes you have to be the responsible adult, and if you don't have the money to be able to afford that and still pay bills, then the bills got to come first.
You pay bills.
That's why I'm excited about March when I can go out to Boston for a concert.
I don't know what fun is.
Sure you do. You have fun with us every Sunday night until you fall asleep.
True, but
Go
ahead.
If I can swing it, at some point, what I'm gonna do is plan for a con near you, and then just show up at your door before the convention.
Okay, if you need my address, just have Doug send it to you because I don't think you know it.
I'd have to go back through the chats, but I can find it.
Well, you've only sent me stuff 2 or 3 times.
I know, but
That doesn't mean he remembers the address.
I suffer from CRS something bad. If I don't write stuff down, like if I don't write down the animes that we were talking about before the show that you want me to check out, there's a good chance I won't remember them.
That is 100% why I have my phone sitting right here with my anime list open.
And I have my trusty notebook.
I mean, it's not like we're not going to go over the whole list of spring, winter 2023 before we get much further into this.
In fact, we should pull that up now.
Yay.
Yep.
So we are going to be looking at the winter 2023 anime, and the shows that we are looking forward to. Vinland Saga Season 2. Darren, you were talking about that a little bit.
Yep. Because Vinland Saga Season 1 was absolutely amazing. It's one of my highest rated animes of all time. And now it looks like we've gone into a time skip. Our main character has grown up some. And I'm really curious to see how this story progresses as one who hasn't read the source material. Because the group I used to be in, I actually still am a part of, just no longer an admin, and is kind of dead at the moment. They used to have sessions where they would get on Skype with each other and actually read the source material for Vinland Saga together. I was not into Vinland Saga at that time, so I did not join in.
Now you wish you had.
Kinda, yeah.
And Mario asked, speaking of Vinland Saga, which dub of Season 1 did you guys watch?
Neither.
I haven't seen any of it, but my plan was to just start with Season 1, Episode 1, and just go straight through.
Subbed or dubbed? Because the reason he's asking, because it originally aired on Netflix, so there's a Netflix dub, and then one of the other licensing companies got it and redubbed it. That's why he was asking which version.
I might have put it on my list on Netflix, but if I can watch it subtitled, I probably will.
But anyway, for those of you that didn't know what he meant by that, that's why. It's one of the few anime that have been picked up and dubbed twice because of being picked up by various licensors at different times.
Up next is Misfit of Demon King Academy Season 2. I started Season 1. It was interesting, but I think I fell out of it because of too many other shows that I was watching.
Oh, yet again, that is one I am watching. Getting used to Anos's new voice actor does take a minute, but it seems to be he seems to be doing very well. Episode 1 was kind of but episode 2 tied the whole thing in together, and I'm really curious to see what all goes down.
So I need somebody to keep a running tally of how many shows Darren is watching.
Because even I don't know myself.
At the moment it's 2 for 2. Tokyo Revengers Christmas Showdown.
Did not see season 1, so nope.
Same here, not on my list.
Nope.
Don't toy with me, Miss Nagataro's Second Attack. I have currently started watching season 1. I'm about 7 or 8 episodes in. So once I catch up with that, I may start this one. I know, Darren, you've been hounding me for a long time to watch this one.
Yes, because Nagatoro is adorable. I don't care what anyone says about her.
She is adorable. I'll give you that much. She's annoying. She gets more adorable as the show goes on. The first couple episodes, she's just an annoying twit, but she gets cuter as it goes on. And Casey messaged me saying second episode of season 2 was super cute for Nagatoro.
Tell her to watch episode 3. We get to meet someone new.
Everybody's telling me to stay away from Nagatoro.
Don't listen to them, Doug. Listen to me.
Since you've been hounding me for a few different ones that I have started watching, when are you going to start watching like Shine Post?
Eventually.
Because that one is really good.
I know. I still need to watch My Roommate as a Cat. I still need to watch one of your other favorites that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, God.
So up next, we have Nier Automata. And she said that one was on your...
That's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet. That may very well, since I'm off tomorrow, that might be a thing I do tomorrow, since I know at least 1, if not 2 episodes are up.
That's also a maybe for me. That'll probably be at the tail end of my list, but just for the sheer amount of cosplays I've seen from it and other content from various friends over the years, it's going to be, I think it's at least worth checking out.
I don't have that on my list. I don't know if that's one I'm going to watch, but you never know with me.
Yep.
There are times when I'll sit down and just start watching a show that I've, like last season, in all honesty, Bocchi the Rock did not interest me in the least by the synopsis or anything like that. I was going to pass by it, and then my feed started filling up with people talking about it, hearing good things about it, it being in the top 5 of a lot of people's lists of best anime of the season. So I figured I'd give it a chance, and man, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, it beat out Chainsaw Man in at least one popularity poll or rating.
I saw a couple different sites that had Bocchi the Rock in the top 3 in like not just best anime of the season, but one of them had it in top 3 for best anime of the year.
I'm just surprised. I am and I'm not surprised that Bleach stayed at number 1 for the majority of the season.
I can see that. When you take that long of a break, I guess this is an example of how to come back from that long of a hiatus.
Exactly. Because I actually figured it would be like some of the other ones where it would start out with all the hype, it would start out near the top and then just drop off, and it never did. But
moving on, we have Bungo Stray Dogs. That's not on my radar at all. 4th season.
Same here. Haven't seen the first 3.
Same here.
Next one is one we all can agree on, Bo Fury, season 2. You get more adorableness of Maple and her friends, and episode 1 had like the ultimate cuteness scene, which I had to get a picture of. I put it up in our AZR Facebook chat of Syrup sitting at the table like a person with a little gift in his arms. I thought that was absolutely freaking precious.
And Reindeer Maple.
Yes.
Reindeer Maple. Yes. Everybody else had Santa stuff. Maple got reindeer stuff.
I'm really intrigued that they added a new administrator to the game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Is that reindeer outfit the start of Let's Nerf Maple?
But they can't nerf Maple directly. That would be unfair, discrimination. How?
I think that's just going to be a wait and see because it's adorable.
All I can say is I have watched the first episode of season 2 of Bo Fury, and I am not disappointed. It continues the fun of season 1.
Agreed.
Up next, we have Tomo-chan as a Girl. I've heard a lot of good things about this. It's only got a 7.5 rating on my anime list, but I've seen a lot of positive feedback from people who have started this. It is a possibility. I'm not saying it's a definite for me at this point, but it's a possibility.
Do it. Because tomboyish girl, I'm sorry. It's one of the very few shows that focuses on a female main character that can actually go back and forth with the male character physically and probably win.
I don't think Angela has any interest in that one.
Nope.
Up next is a show that Darren has talked wonders about off air, but The Angel Next Door spoils me rotten.
Thank you, Mario, for agreeing with me. That's why Misty was the best in Pokemon.
Tomboy supremacy.
But to be fair, Sheena, the angel that spoils me rotten, also very high quality. Ross, back me up here.
Russ says he loves it. The boy is actually the angel.
Do it, Mario, please. She's actually wife grade material.
And Darren, you had made a bold prediction off air. Do you want to make that prediction on air?
Sure. I think at the very least, she's going to be best girl of this season that's not a sequel. And the only reason I throw that out there is because of Maple.
You even said she'd be in the running for waifu.
Because she is. She's literally like the dream wife material.
See, I will put out Maple as best girl, but
not
waifu
waifu
is
material.
God no.
Maple is not waifu material.
No.
No.
Maple is, I want to protect this precious little commodity.
Maple almost falls into the same category as Anya from Spy Family. Like
Must protect.
Way too cute and adorable.
I would also put Yuna from Kuma 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 Bear in that category. She's not a waifu, but she's adorable.
Thank you, Ross. But I see your point there. But don't give away too much.
Mario will actually agree with you on your comment. Maple is like the one you want as your best friend.
Yes.
Pretty much. I mean, especially in that particular game, I mean, look what happened to the number one player in the game in that first episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Moving on as we continue enjoying the shows coming up in winter 2023, we have Inspector, which we were talking about a little bit earlier, which I do not have that on my list. I have not seen season 1, so I'm not going to watch season 2.
Season 1 was interesting. I'm curious to see what they're going to do in season 2. But I've heard that the first episode of the season is a recap, which I'm not going to lie. Whenever they have long gaps between seasons, it's always nice to have that recap episode, as annoying as they can be.
Yep.
And then we have Spy Classroom up next.
That's on my list. I tried to start it the other day, but fell asleep. I watched Assassination Classroom, loved it. I watched Spy Family, loved it. So let's try a cross between the two.
Do you think Angela should give that one a shot?
Spy Classroom?
Yeah.
I'll let you know after I've seen the first episode.
And Mario says, "Oh right, Fruit of Evolution is season 2 is a thing."
That's further down.
Yeah, that's further down the list.
And Darren needs a yes/no pillow, according to Ross.
No, Ross. I have plenty.
Based on this description for Spy Classroom, I don't know. That might be at the end of the season. It'll end up being one where I watch like a couple episodes late in the season and then finish it eventually. Or I'll decide it's not for me.
At the very least, you need to watch Assassination Classroom. Even if it is 52 episodes.
I need to finish. Or I got to go back and rewatch it. I started it, but we started at a time that we ended up moving 4 times in 3 months and lost track of where we were at.
This?
Mario said that Assassination Classroom he watched because of you and it broke him.
Oh.
And agreed, Mario. So how dare you, Doug?
I didn't do anything.
And next one on the list is the second part of
Danmachi, also known as Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 4, Part 2.
And just no.
I need to watch season 3 or 4, one of the two, but I saw something from my friend about a major cliffhanger that really got me wanting to go back and continue it because apparently they're getting into do or die situations again, and it's more so than ever. And relationships are developing, and I'm really regretting not continuing that series.
I need to see season 4, part 1 before I can watch part 2.
Was season 3
Season
the
3 was when they brought Vinay in, and
okay? So I watched season 2. I didn't watch season 3.
season 3, best girl comes in. Vinay, I think, was best girl of the series thus far.
Okay.
Eyes What's-in-Faller or whatever.
Eyes Ballen butts it.
Yeah. As Hestia would say, she does not intrigue me.
He's my favorite.
Up next, we have the Ice Guy and his cool female colleague. This sounds ridiculous, but it's a comedy fantasy romance.
Keyword romance.
That sounds like a you2. That sounds like a you2 will possibly watch it, and I'll just kind of laugh at you both.
I have no interest in watching this.
Did you read the synopsis or no?
Yes.
Yes, and I have no interest in it.
And I might. We'll see.
I have a better chance of me watching farming anime than you will of me watching that one.
Fair.
Which I'm sure that comes as a surprise to nobody.
Pretty much.
You two and your farming.
Hey, I haven't been watching the farming ones.
Yet.
Hey, I don't know why I enjoyed the pharmaceutical ones as much as I did. The only thing I can think of is the connection of my oldest sister worked for CVS as a pharmacist for years. So knowing that background made it somewhat interesting because there was a personal tie to the pharmacy stuff. The farming side of things, I don't know.
I got nothing.
Maybe because I enjoy games like Farmville and crap like that. I don't know.
I did Farmville and Cityville back in the day.
Not to me.
That's because you're boring.
Pretty much. After school, I was bored.
She's just shaking her head now. Up next, we have Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible.
I like it. It reminds me of Takagi. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if that's the same author as Takagi or not, but regardless, great series so far. Basically, Guy doesn't stand out at all, your typical person, but this is so bad the teachers don't even realize he's here. Just to put it for example, he would have to go to the teacher after class and talk to the teacher just to let the teacher know he was even present for class to begin with. That's how much he doesn't stand out. Yet our main girl goes out of her way to talk to him and associate with him pretty much every single day. So another one of those, your average male character has an interest taken in them by your atypical female main lead for one reason or another. And it's cute.
So a trope that's been overdone.
Yes, but they like to put a spin on it every single time.
Up next, we have Ninjin Fushin, adventurers who don't believe in humanity but will save the world.
And this is one I watched, and I am trying to get these two to watch because it has an interesting premise to it.
Based on the description, I'll try.
Long story short, you have 4 people who no longer trust humanity due to various situations, that they have experienced. They somehow meet and decide to form a party while still not trusting their own party mates, let alone anybody else. And it's kind of interesting.
Sounds like it could be fun. It sounds like it would be a fun, maybe RPG style setting. I think that's what intrigues Ange about it.
That, and I like when we kind of get into the existential, like no one has any faith in humanity kind of stuff.
I think we're kind of there now in reality.
Pretty much.
I wasn't gonna go there, but
I've been drinking. I don't care.
but I did end up watching all of Platinum End, which kind of went there. So I'll try. We'll see what happens.
Anyone out there? Anyone out there in chat land watching this?
Ross
Anybody?
is not interested on adventurers. So Ross is out.
Mario?
HH, John, anybody looking into that one?
Why what, Mario? Because that could be directed at a lot of things.
You can only take such humanity before you're just like, F it, let it burn.
Why did I watch Platinum End? Because it was done by the same because it was written by the same person that did Death Note as well as Bakuman, which I also thoroughly enjoyed. And it was really good up to a certain point, and then, well, I had to finish it.
Then it was, I got this far, screw it, we'll finish it even if it's a dumpster fire.
The last few episodes, it's like I'm going to compare it to Gurren Lagann in so much as there was a point at which it should have ended. And it didn't end, and it kept going. And the end was bad.
Also, just to clear up what I said earlier, Kubo and Takagi are not related. I think I'm thinking of Ahern from last season, were the same author.
Up next, we have Buddy Daddies. How about no?
No, that's a no for me too.
I'm just going to leave that one as not my kind of thing, based on the description.
Then we have the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess.
AKA the Yuri anime of the season that everybody is talking about. The girl literally says, I don't want to marry a man, I want to fall in love with a woman. Just say. Crickets.
And Mario says, get on that one, which I think was the one that we were just talking about. Ross says also skipping this one for, I'm guessing, the Yuri anime. Then we have Trigun Stampede, which we touched about briefly earlier, where a lot of mixed reviews. Not sure what to make of it.
If you take it as an isolated thing I don't know.
If you don't know the source material, if this is your first time watching Trigun, it may be good.
The art is very different from the original, which
upgrade, downgrade.
According to my husband, the new art is not as good as the original. I'm gonna keep watching it, but I'm
hopes
not
it gets
sure.
better.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. We'll see in a few more episodes. And that's really what I got so far.
Up next, we have By the Grace of the Gods, which this show is another one of those guilty pleasure, slice of life type of shows for me. Kind of like Smartphone. And, well, the storyline is fun. It's a slow moving but steady storyline. Season 2 has actually been impressive of the 2 episodes I've seen. I definitely am not disappointed. I was asked for no spoilers, so I'm not going to give any spoilers. But I will say season 2 kind of picks up a little bit where season 1 left off. There's some more challenge scenes that come in. There's some more interestingness and some more underhandedness that you would see in an anime of this type of people trying to start businesses in a village setting and things like that. But it is definitely has been entertaining, and I have no regrets watching this. Season 1, I actually started getting my oldest daughter to watch, and she enjoyed the, what did we watch? 5 episodes of season 1, and she said that the cleaning slimes was her favorite. Then we have Darren's favorite, My Life as Inuki-san's Dog.
Not my favorite. I'm just basically watching to kill time at this point. It's not a full 30-minute anime, 20-minute anime, whatever. Entertaining enough to watch, but that's about it. My thing is going to be like Detective Conan. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Because you go from being a normal human being to a dog, and on top of being a dog, it's you get picked up by the girl that you had a crush on.
And of course, it's an ecchi.
Yes, there is uncensored versions of this. You just got to go digging for them.
Up next, we have Farming Life in Another World. And I've already been asked by multiple people, have I started watching this yet? No, I have not. But there's a chance I could, if I get bored, watch it. I will put it in the same list as, I I maxed out my farming skills and somehow got stronger. I'm going to put it in the category of that. I only started that because I was caught up with everything else for the week and had time to kill.
I'm just gonna laugh at Mario. Thank you for that.
Of course.
Exactly.
In fact, Mario, I think you were one of the people who actually no, I don't think you messaged me. Darren, I think, asked me if I had started watching that, to which the answer is no. But who knows? It's a harem isekai, so there's a chance that I could watch it.
Even I don't watch all harem isekais.
And Ross says he is watching the Farming Life. He's a little upset about episode 2 where the guy is dense.
HH says don't expect much.
And Ross says it's not a harem, just a slice of life. I only said harem because that's what's in the tag. It says fantasy, but you scroll down, themes, harem, isekai, reincarnation. So that's the only reason I said that. And that's coming right off of the myanimelist.net page. Up next, we have the Iceblade Sorcerer Shall Rule the World.
Your typical overpowered gentleman gets put into a school setting, tries to live a normal life, and of course cannot. I may watch it just for the hell of it.
It comes from Studio Cloud Hearts. I don't think I know that studio.
Not familiar with that one.
The only other show that they have done is Sasio
That's not even airing yet. That's future production. Yet again, that's a future Yuri.
So it's a new studio, and
they borrowed Yui and Yukino as the characters. Well, the author of this particular series borrowed Yui and Yukino from Origaru. Because that's literally who that is, with minor changes.
And then we have the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world.
And maybe, what the heck, why not?
Action, adventure, fantasy. Isekai. The isekai trend continues, folks. We ain't getting away from it anytime soon.
Yeah.
Much to the dismay of many people out there, including Angela. We'll convert her one of these days.
I was about to say, none more so than Angela.
My fatigue on isekai as a genre at this point knows no bounds.
Well, people said the same thing about ecchi, and look, we haven't had a good proper ecchi in how many years now?
It's been a while since there's been a decent ecchi. And of course, now with all the censorship and all the godlights, as they put them, it's hard to find good ecchi without digging to go through. I think the last good ecchi was Interspecies Reviewers.
Oh God, here we go.
I can agree to that.
We know that's not your thing.
Yep. Moving right along.
Mario wants to know, when are we going to get Tomboy recreated in another world?
Mario, that's the story of my life. almost literally.
And then we have, after that, Reborn to Master the Blade, from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire.
Female. Because just like Tanya and so many others, dies as a guy, reincarnates as a
girl.
Of course.
And the themes down here, it says magical sex shift. I saw that, I was like, wait, did that say what I thought it said?
Yep.
Yeah, that's new.
Yep.
That's not something that you see very often.
Let's see. Tanya is listed is tagged in that genre too. So are a couple others here. Comfer, Ranma 1/2, Ori Twin Tail. Gotta be the Twin Tails.
Okay.
Some
of those I've seen.
She professed herself pupil of the wise man.
That was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was actually better than I expected.
One of the ones airing this season that we haven't gotten to yet, Ayakashi Triangle.
I was gonna say and then the next one is one we were talking about a little bit before going live.
The controversial one of the season that I may check out just for that exact reason.
Yep. And that's also a magical sex shift category of Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister.
Basically, sounds like Sounds like something that would happen in like Dexter or Jimmy Neutron or something that one of those two crazy geniuses would come up with. Anybody?
Not. I'm drawing a blank.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Mad scientist type turn, or maybe Johnny Test. That actually sounds like a Johnny Test thing, because his sisters were.
How many? I'm still at the how many isekai are we gonna get this season?
Why? Do you see another one?
The next
Oh,
one's an isekai.
Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
Have you
It's-
started that one, Doug?
No. That one didn't interest me at all.
Yeah, we've
Come
got
on, with all the food animes that we've done, really?
and we've got way too many isekais.
Oh yeah,
But it's an isekai about food. How many? You get where I'm going with this, right?
I know.
I get where you're going with it.
I know. I just got to torment Doug about it.
I mean, are you expecting me to watch the isekai about being turned into an apple?
According to HH,
you-
campfire cooking is okay as a manga. Definitely wouldn't watch it as an anime.
If you, I mean, you were willing to watch one about turning into a sword.
That one it was actually a lot better. I didn't have much in the way of hopes on that one. I think I watched it more to be like, okay, how terrible is this? And it actually turned out really good, and had another one of those adorable characters that you would put in the same category as Anya and Maple.
And then the next one on the list,
Another isekai.
Handyman Saito in Another World.
That is one I have been getting urged to watch from my coworkers, and my employees. So I may check that one out for just because.
Reading the synopsis on this, why do I see this being you personally, Darren? Saito is an ordinary handyman that gets transported to another world where his skills are very useful. He starts to really understand what it means to be needed.
Probably because I'm in the lawn care industry and landscape industry, and self-satisfaction after a job means a lot.
But
And
you see
also
where I'm going
figuring,
with that.
yes, and also figuring out how to do stuff on the fly. Because I can't tell you how many projects I've pulled up to with the incorrect tools and still made it work.
That's why I have to just bring the whole arsenal.
I
Show up to the
mean,
job site with an 18-wheeler.
I'm not far from doing that on some job sites, but just to give you an example, if you were trimming trees, and this is what happened to me, trimming trees in a backyard that is about 100+ feet from your truck where they need to go in the trailer, how would you transport them from the backyard to the truck and trailer efficiently if all you have on you is a mower?
You don't.
Wrong.
By don't, I mean you don't do it efficiently. You do it however it gets done.
Well, this actually turned out to be fairly efficient. You stack all the stuff up in a pile, then you take the mower and you use it as a bulldozer. It actually works surprisingly well.
HH referring to you picking on me about watching an isekai as a sword. He said, yeah, but isekai sword has an adorable cat girl, not just stuffing your face.
And then the next HH's next comment, to answer that, the answer is they also have an obsession with fitness.
That, and also anything in America, I'm sorry to say, when compared to other countries seem to be a lot more healthy just by looking at a lot of the foods they eat and also the way they're cooked.
Yes, there's a far less. In Japan specifically, there's far less processed foods.
And on top of that, the seafood diet has a lot to do with it, as well as rice.
You eat too much of anything, and it's an issue. But Japan has a lot. There's also some very archaic laws with large companies. Large companies, basically, if their employees don't maintain a certain standard of appearance, the companies have to pay extra taxes. And one of the YouTubers we follow talked about that at great length.
Yep. I think I remember that one. Up next on the list, we have chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army.
Watching that one, kind of interesting. It's got a Beast Tamer / I got kicked out of the Heroes Party vibe, only you got kicked out of the enemies party and trying to live a normal life. So interesting take on that. It's actually been quite interesting. And also
it's not an isekai.
Yep.
And so maybe Angela will watch it.
Also, your main female lead is A, adorable, and B, she is strong as hell.
Up next, we have Fruit of Evolution Season 2. Why it got a Season 2, I don't know, but will I watch it? Yes, because I watched Season 1. I'm just going to wait for the English stuff.
Yes, I'm watching it. And episode 1 starts off interesting, and then we get into the ridiculousness of the show itself that Season 1 was.
I also want to throw out that for those of you watching Beast Tamer, if Kanade sounds familiar to you, it's the same voice actress as Saria, who was the ape girl from Fruit of Evolution.
And to jump in on everyone in the chat room, yes, Mario, it is good. Not the one we're talking about, but the previous one.
Up next, we have Endo and Kobayashi Live.
The latest, so another villainess trying not to get killed.
I'm over it. Not interested.
Same, not interested.
Yeah, I lost interest after I didn't finish Season 2 of the first one that made that a popular thing. But I do like Thunderace, but not enough to watch this one.
And jumping ahead in the list, because we would fill up a whole show just talking about the 2023 winter season. Ones that I've heard people talk about include saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. So another isekai.
One I've heard some about is Ayakashi Triangle.
One that I'm actually watching is Legend of Heroes Northern War.
Okay.
And scrolling through D4DJ, I've heard good things about Season 1. This looks like this might be a Season 2 for D4DJ All Mix.
It is. It's the description. If you click on it, it says second season of D4DJ.
Okay. Other than that, I really don't see anything that piques my interest. And
oh wait, that's a season 3 show. Let's see. Keep on again. I'm gonna agree. Revenger.
so we'll move ahead to spring.
But really quickly, after getting destroyed by Happy Sugar Life, even though I'm sure this won't relate, I have been discouraged from watching Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, just for the fact I don't trust titles like that.
Understandable. They like to do that to you. Coming out in spring 2023, stuff to look forward to later on, starting in April, include, for all you Demon Slayer fans, you've got more. The Kimetsu no Yaiba Swordsmith Village arc.
Kimetsu no Yaiba. Another series that needs the.
I need to catch up with Demon Slayer.
More Dr. Stone coming out.
Yay.
3rd season.
Very informational anime.
We have Hell's Paradise. Don't know anything about that. Don't think that'd be something I would watch.
It's MAPPA.
One that I am looking forward to includes Konosuba, an explosion on this wonderful world. We get more Mega Men. Rejoice, Darren.
Rejoice for Best Girl in Konosuba? Okay.
And weren't you watching Masume-kun's Revenge?
Yep, I most indeed am.
So you get 2nd season of that one. Another season 2 I'm looking forward to is more Ancient Magus' Bride. Shisei goes to school. That's from what I've heard. That's basically what it is. And Mario gave up on Demon Slayer for now. The watch order and the movies are getting kind of confusing.
So, is it Fate level confusing yet, or Gurren Lagann confusing, or?
I don't think anything could be as confusing as Fate confusing.
I don't know. I don't know.
Up next, we have Oshi no Ko.
That was the one that you said after reading the synopsis. The doctor reincarnates as his favorite idol's daughter.
Oh yeah,
that's the one you
really
said.
ridiculous.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. I'll say no to something like that, but in another world with my smartphone season 2, I'm all in.
You skipped over Ranking of Kings.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Osuma ranking?
Yep. Didn't you watch Ranking of Kings, Angela, or was that one you had on the list?
No, no. I'm sure we talked about it, but I never did.
That was the one that shattered records. Because there's always one underdog anime every season, and that was the one when it originally aired in, I think, summer.
Casey, I know, watched that one and said it was really good. So I believe Casey watched it. Double checking now. She heard me mention her name, and I get the what? Question mark. And she said yes. Ranking of Kings, yes.
You had the comment of failsafe. What, Ross?
I don't know what Ross is talking about. I saw that too. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm confused, but that's nothing new.
We're kind of bouncing around here a little bit too, so we're almost speed rounding it now, so we're getting confused.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pretty much.
Damn it.
Up next, we have Kuma 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 Bear Punch, Season 2 of Kuma Bear. I am excited about that as well. I have to wait till April for it to come out, but that's okay. Also, we want to send well wishes and hopefully a speedy recovery to Marissa Lenti, talented voice actress of Yuna from Kuma 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 Bear. She's had some health issues going on recently. I saw some of her posts on Facebook saying that she's doing better. So definitely a lot of love and thoughts and prayers go out to her for feeling better. And hopefully we can get her back on the show again. It's been a while since we've talked with her. Maybe we can see about getting her on sometime after April, after Kuma Bear comes back. And you all get to hear me fanboy again.
Always a pleasure.
Yep.
And we have Mashal, Magic and Muscles.
We had Knights of Magic, so why not?
I'm not going to lie. When I skimmed over this title, I thought it said Masshole.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I'm not going to lie.
I had to go back and triple check that.
Thank you, Angela, for making me realize I am not the only one who thought it said Masshole. And I think you need to be from Massachusetts to get that.
Yep.
But
because I read that as such and went, no, that can't be right. Reread it, went, oh.
Oh, and Darren Ross says that Sugar Apple Fairy Tale is safe. You've seen episodes 1 and 2. It's a falling in love and coming of age romance and fantasy anime.
Okay. Well, I watched Happy Sugar Life all the way through, but still, that didn't mean that it wasn't disturbing.
Sugar apple. See, that description makes it sound like a nice, as we like to call it, palate cleanser anime for like a lot of the deep, out there stuff that we watch, because we watch a lot of serious stuff.
Okay, Angela, on that note, go watch Happy Sugar Life if you haven't already.
Never heard of it.
Just watch it. Go into it blind. I'm not going to say anything about
it. We have Eden Zero second season up next.
I couldn't handle Fairy Tale. Why could I handle its blatant sequel ripoff?
I was going to say, why does that look like it's just a ripoff of Fairy Tale?
It's the same author. It's his second work.
I mean, in the picture alone, I can see Happy and Gray and Lucy, and even though it's not really them, you can see the same character designs. No. And then right up Angela's alley, we have another isekai. I got a cheat skill in another world and became, I have to click on here, unrivaled in the real world too.
I was going to say, were you poking?
Oh, so an isekai where the guy gets to go back and forth between the worlds. That's new.
Can we be done with isekais, please?
That's like asking if we could be done with shonen. That ain't gonna happen.
But
Can
I
we be
like the
done with
fact
sports
that
animes? It's not going to happen. I will say I'm surprised that there really isn't an idol anime in
And
winter.
Winter doesn't have a sports anime either.
Which is very, very surprising. We're still waiting for the disc golf and bowling animes to come out.
yep.
Okay, a bowling anime I would watch.
And then skipping ahead past, we have Insomniacs After School, Loving Yamada at level 999.
Game a anime about gamer boyfriends. Okay. The reason
why Melania ended up at the Duke's mansion.
Dies in modern day Korea.
And it's based off a webcomic, which
So
makes me wonder if this is if this is another Korean anime.
sounds like a manhwa that got a quote unquote anime.
That's possible.
Because the last Korean webcomic that got an anime was really, really good.
And looking at the Typhoon Graphics is the studio that has this, and I'm not really seeing any other shows that I know from this studio.
Let me see if I recognize anything.
One Room, Roommate, Atona no Bogato-san.
I'm not familiar with any of these either.
Yeah, I don't know any of those.
One Room is like the only one I've even heard of.
A Galaxy Next Door is the next one up on the list here, and just by the quick glimpse at it, this looks like it would be something up your alley, Darren. A comedy romance.
Passion for drawing manga. Is Rihanna when she suddenly declares them engaged to Mary. Why does that sound like To Love Ru?
Either To Love Ru or what was that other one where the guy was like engaged to the chick that he randomly met when she was trying to take pictures on the side of the bridge?
Um,
Oh God, a couple of cuckoos, was that it?
I didn't ever get back to that one, so I'm way behind on that one. So I wouldn't know.
So, and I didn't even finish that one, so I'm just saying that the synopsis has a feel like that. And then we have another isekai summoned to another world for a second time. So let's get isekai'd and isekai'd again. We're running out of ideas, so let's just isekai the isekai.
But why?
But they still haven't isekai Truck-kun.
I would watch that. Even if it sucked, I would watch it. They isekai Truck-kun, I would watch that. Just to be like, okay, I've got to see what kind of crap they put this thing through. There's more Mobile Suit Gundam that's coming out. I haven't seen any of Mobile Suit Gundam.
This is core 2 of The Witch from Mercury, and I am one episode away from finishing part 1 because that was fall. So good.
I was gonna say that one is up your alley. I know because you love the mecha stuff.
The Witch from Mercury was good. So yes, knowing that there's a part 2 coming, yes, I'm gonna watch it. The other one that you kind of glossed over that actually looks like it's going to be on my list is My Home Hero. It's drama. It's organized. It's the brief synopsis has me interested.
And while you're going to comment on that one, I will comment on the one next to it, The Dangers in My Heart. After reading over the synopsis, it seems interesting at the very least.
Okay, that's
I see y'all are questioning yourselves and me.
Reading a quick brief of the quick, skimming through the synopsis on that one. What in the hell? Okay.
Think about it like a certain show that's been airing in America for how many years now?
Wait, which one are we talking about now?
I
Dangers
mean,
in My Heart.
Ah.
Guy wants to kill the popular chick, finds out she's more of a ditz and and has a sweet tooth, and they start rendezvousing more and more, and eventually his intentions go from wanting to kill her to falling for her. So go from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Sounds about right.
Oh, why? I'm just going off the title alone. Why? Yuri is my job.
why the hell not?
But I'm with Doug on that one, but why?
Like I said, because why the hell not? Speaking of which, it's Studio Passione, so are we really surprised?
What else has Passione done?
Interspecies Reviewers.
High School DxD, Citrus. Okay, that makes sense.
The only reason they did DxD was because
Real Wars.
Yep. Renai flops, which was actually pretty good this past season.
Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Yep.
Okay.
So more than what you realize. Things. And like I said, the only reason they did DxD was because TNK lost the contract because the head director refused to follow the light novel line set by the author. And actually the only reason that we got more was because Katakawa stepped in and basically told the guy to kick rocks, basically. And the author went with Studio Passione, which indirectly, I think, caused the series to potentially never get another season. But at the same time, I'm still hoping for that because there's so much more to be adapted.
And Ross says that we missed earlier in winter Kaina and the Snow Sea, amazing art and amazing animation scenery.
I saw that, and that didn't look like one for me.
I probably skimmed over it because I didn't think it was anything that I would be interested in either. The Sacrificial Princess and King of Beasts.
How far down are you now?
What was that?
Oh, I see. You're right below me. So, Beauty and the Beast?
Either that or Ancient Magus' Bride, different spin. A 15-year-old Safi is taken from her village to the kingdom where beasts live and human entry is forbidden. But she's not like previous sacrifices. Her optimism and lack of fear towards the beast and her fate surprises the otherwise fearsome king. It's a JC Staff anime.
Okay. And what do we have here next? The legendary hero is dead. I'd watch it just off the title.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That might be one. It's like, all right, Darren, you watch it and let us know if it's any good.
Well, there's an anime coming up that I'm going to question, but before we get to that one, the aristocrat's otherworldly adventure serving gods who go too far. Hey, look, how does this sound familiar, Doug? Teenager Shinya Kazuya died while saving young girls from an attacker, only to find himself reincarnated into a world of swords and magic.
Man, if an original thought there. If only somebody ever thought to do something like this before.
Can we be done with isekai, please?
We're just getting started, Angela. There's much more to come this year, I promise you.
I know.
A show about how Darren is legendary. And yes, Mario, they are. But now to the one that looks intriguing just by the visuals.
See, this one, the visual has me the visual has me actually remotely interested, and that is sad.
And it's an isekai.
Exactly.
She's like, I'm intrigued by that, but shit, it's isekai.
Well, Geek Toys has a reputation for isekai anime, but they got a decent reputation.
And that one could be good. You never know.
I mean,
Not all isekais are bad.
No, but I'm going to agree with Mario on all of these isekais are starting to sound alike.
Oh, I agree.
They are. I mean, no one's hiding that.
No one's hiding that. Like for me, I think the isekais are becoming more of just the mindless. Let's see what they've done this time. I've watched enough isekai where it's like, okay, it's the same storyline, but are the characters cute? Is the story at least somewhat entertaining? If so, I'll keep watching. If not, screw it. Move on to the next one. Up next, we have Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence. I think that's the one that you were questioning, Darren.
No, it actually wasn't.
No? Because I know that you sent out a little news blurb about that one. Isn't that like a lazy nun and relies too heavily on the pastor for everything?
Oh, yeah. Wait, did I say something about that one? I don't remember.
I think it came through our group chat.
I don't remember.
You send so much stuff, it's tough to know.
Yeah, I know.
We all send so much stuff at this point. And then we've got Golf Anime Season 2.
Because how golf gets an anime before bowling, I'd love to know.
Even curling should get an anime.
Curling, I think, had it. Oh, no, curling was in an anime, but it didn't have its own anime.
Oh, yes, I did, Doug.
Yeah, I thought so.
I watched the trailer.
But bowling, like I said, bowling anime I would watch. Golf anime, wait, what?
And the golf anime gets a second season.
I know.
Yeah, how does that happen?
No orchestra. Why does that sound? Why does that kind of seem familiar?
Definitely not gonna watch.
Oh, look. Looking at a brief glimpse of the synopsis, it almost has a Your Lie in April feel. It could be completely unrelated, but just off of some of the synopsis.
Based on the description, it's a maybe for me.
And then next on the list is one that Darren will probably watch, The Cafe Terrace and Its Goddesses.
Yay, an ecchi. Let's see if it can actually be an ecchi, though. 5 unruly women. Okay.
I don't know. I might watch that one just for entertainment purposes of how ridiculous is this, but I don't know.
See, that
would be like a time killer anime for me, I think.
See, that kind of gives me not. It kind of gives me Oh My Goddess vibes.
Never watched that.
It's been years for me. It was a good anime.
It was.
Skipping ahead a little bit, we've got more
Oh,
Tokyo Mew New.
You skipped over the Magical Girl anime?
Maho Shoujo Magical Destroyers.
Yeah, the main character's name is literally Anarchy.
Oh, good God!
But there's
you
no
saying
description.
that put a song in my head. Yeah, there's no synopsis,
I
and I
know,
don't really know anything outside of that picture.
I know. I'm
And
just
you saying
though.
Anarchy, all I can think of is Panty and Stocking and their song, the Anarchy
And see,
Sisters.
That's the point.
See the that gets a maybe for me. But hey.
And baseball got a second season.
New Pokemon.
Yeah, I actually don't know how to feel about that one.
More Idol Masters.
More Uma Musume, which I actually do like.
And then there's one on here. It doesn't have a very high rating, but this could be one of those. How did you put it, Angela? The cleansing anime?
Palette cleanser.
Palette cleanser. Too Cute Crisis.
An alien who wants to destroy Earth.
And then.
And ends up in a cat cafe.
So that could be one of those palette cleanser type animes. I might watch it just because it sounds quirky and it's not an isekai.
I see we have more Idol Master also.
And then jumping ahead to summer 2023, we'll see what they have listed up here for that one. More Jujutsu Kaisen.
No.
Haven't seen any of that. Bleach, haven't seen any of that. Zom 100. Does not look like something that I would like, but maybe Angela. Bucket List of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
More Idol Masters again. Good God. I haven't seen any of the Idol Masters. And I know some people said that if you like the Idol shows, you need to watch that, but
well, our Idol group seemed to say otherwise when we had them on.
Yeah, that's true. They were like, eh. And I was so happy to finally find somebody else who had at least started watching Shine Post because that anime is too good.
And continuing the trend of villainous turned don't want to die. The most heretical last boss queen from villainous to savior.
This time she's a redhead instead of a blonde.
Yay.
Dark Gathering, horror supernatural. That is right up Angela's alley.
Yep. And here's one up your alley. Sweet reincarnation.
Oh, good God.
Literally.
Yep.
It's more reincarnated food.
Oh my God.
And
no.
yes, Dark Gathering actually does look like a me show.
I'm intrigued as well, Angela.
We have New Saga, which seems kind of interesting just by the picture.
Magic Swordsman, Demon Lord,
He goes back in time to avoid making the same mistakes in the past and become stronger.
The redo of Healer.
And more Card Fight Vanguard. Season 3. So that's all it's listed for the summer thus far.
And then we have stuff that's later 2023. Including more Rising of the Shield Hero, more Attack on Titan, Season 2 of Goblin Slayer, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to. Saga of Tanya the Evil 2.
Thank God.
More Konosuba.
More Jobless Reincarnation. More Tonikawa.
Yes.
Uzumaki. Classroom of the Elite Season 3. More Spy Family. Huzzah.
More One Punch.
Man.
Yay. Sorry, but One Punch has a better setup. Oh, and more slime.
Yeah.
I did not like One Punch Man at all. Just could not.
Really, because
I hated it.
I think it's 10 times better than My Hero. And strangely enough, I think those two worlds are connected in some way, shape, or form.
You know what it is? It's a parody. It's a parody, and I just One Punch Man. I literally gave up after I think 2 episodes. I didn't like it at all.
But Studio Madhouse.
This says unknown.
For One Punch Season 3, it says unknown studio.
Oh joy. Well, JC staff did Season 2.
More Reincarnated as a Slime.
More Misfit of Demon King Academy, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Yep.
Season 2, Part 2.
So second core. More Fairy Tail.
More Fairy Tail. Fire Force Season 3.
More Killing Slimes for 300 years.
Rent a Girlfriend Season 3.
Why?
Ari Fuerza Season 3. Thank you.
Data Live 5.
Thank you. Would love to see that one.
Faraway Paladin Season 2. Tower of God Season 2. Reincarnated as a Sword Season 2.
Yes, that one I understand because that was really good. Saint's Magic Power Season 2. Yes.
Let's see. The Detective is Already Dead Season 2. My Friend's Little Sister Has It Made for Me. Okay.
Akira?
What?
Akira, Shin Anime.
Look, Laid Back Camp 2.
Yep, Laid Back Camp Season 3.
If this is real, I am all about a new adaptation for Akira. And then I say this, and then it's going to be the biggest letdown ever.
You will feel my pain for Devil is a Part-Timer season 2.
And
more Seven Deadly Sins, more Fooly Cooly,
more blowing girls,
More Trapped in a
aka
Dating Sim.
Hibiki Euphonium.
yes, Skate at the Infinity season 2,
Girlfriend season 2, Darren.
Ay.
more Banished from the Heroes Party.
Okay. I can't read that one. Gimai Sekatsu? That looks interesting.
It's a romance anime.
Yes, therefore it's interesting.
The
Demon Sword,
Master
Master of
of
Excalibur Academy looks interesting.
Yeah.
Banished from the Heroes Party. I decided. Oh, that's season 2 of the one.
Yes.
I can agree to
more
that
Aaron Campbell.
More
one.
Rurouni Kenshin?
Wow.
What?
10 years have passed since the end of Bakumatsu, an era of war that saw the uprising of citizens against the Tokugawa shogunate. Revolutionaries want to create a time of peace. The new age of the Meiji has come, but peace has not yet been achieved. Orphans of war veterans are left with nowhere to go while the
Swords are banned.
Now haunted by guilt, Kenshin is sworn to never kill again in atonement for the lives he took. He may never know peace until killing is a thing of the past. Now, in the 11th year of the Meiji, Kenshin stumbles upon Kaoru Kamiya, owner and head instructor of a small dojo, being threatened to close its doors. The police force is powerless to stop the string of murders done in the name of her dojo by a man claiming to be the famous Batausai. Kenshin's wanderings pause for now as he joins Kaoru to clear both their names, but how long can he stay before his past catches up to him?
Okay.
That could be interesting.
That could be another amazingly awesome.
And Mario is excited for Data Live and Saints Magic Power. Mario also wants to know why is Rent-A-Girlfriend back. I didn't even finish season 2. It was bad.
Wait. If you had to pick between Rent-A-Girlfriend and Girlfriend, which was ultimately the better of the two series, despite how bad they were?
I don't know. I mean, I would have to give it to Rent-A-Girlfriend for season 1 because that at least had me hooked. Season 2, I got bored with. I was like, yeah, this is just getting kind of redundant, and I'm losing interest.
Okay. And back to new shows. Skip and Loafer kind of got me Blue Spring Ride animation feels or art style.
Liar.
That looks like my type of show.
That looks interesting. It's a geek toy. Is that it? School strategy game.
And of course, one of the highest rated mangas of all time is continuing Kingdom.
Yeah, Kingdom season 5. MF Ghost. Self-driving electric cars have replaced internal combustion engine-based cars.
Tokyo Babylon. Oh, here's one. My one-hit kill sister. We had overpowered mom. Now we have
overpowered
a
sister.
Because why not?
Would you look at that? It's an isekai.
Wait, we're getting more Grisatya? Damn.
Shangri-La. Undead Unlock. Delicious in Dungeon. That sounds like it would be something up your alley, Ange.
Is that Fooly Cooly?
Yes.
Yeah, there is more Fooly Cooly.
And it's a studio trigger, so of course I'm probably gonna watch it.
My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1.
Just no.
That's a fantasy isekai. Okay. Am I actually the strongest?
No.
Isekai.
Love Live Superstars.
Season 3.
That I'm excited about.
I'm in love.
I'm in love with the villainess.
I'm Blue Exorcist. I thought that was already a thing.
It was a thing.
Apparently, they're bringing it back.
Of course. I'm in love with what?
The villainess.
Oh, Lord. Looks like a Yuri.
Isekai school girls love. Yep. Then we have
something Empire.
Tier Moon Empire. More Uma Musume.
Yes. Horse Girls. I'm sorry. That's actually really good.
Hokkaido girls are super adorable.
Yes.
The dreaming boy is a realist.
Sounds entertaining.
God's Game We Play.
Sounds entertaining.
Sounds like a spinoff of No Game No Life.
Don't eat the pig liver or something. I heard good things about that one.
No longer allowed in another world.
Okay.
I was reincarnated as the 7th prince.
Yep, I've heard about that one.
I've heard of that one as well. Reincarnated as a 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Like we said, there's no, and Isekai is not going away anytime soon.
No.
The 2.5 Jigen no dimensional
seduction.
Yes, that's probably what I'm gonna watch.
Yep.
A girl and her guard dog.
Reborn as a vending machine.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Where is that one? I think I have to scroll down more.
A little, probably.
Oh. Reborn as a vending machine. Now I wander the dungeon. Oh my god, why?
Yep.
Rail Romanesque. Why is it getting a second season? The first season was terrible.
Here you go, Doug. The weakest tamer begins a journey to pick up trash.
That sounds absolutely stupid, and it sounds like something I would freaking watch.
Yep.
Because I like the stupid shows like that.
Whisper Me a Love Song, which is listed as Girls Love.
Let's see.
The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses.
Oh, here you go, Doug. My instant death ability is so overpowered. No one in this other world stands a chance against me. Because why not? High speed Etoile.
The masterful cat is depressed again today. What? What?
Yep.
Okay.
Granted, going down further, I found one that actually interests me.
Oh wow. Sensuality?
Nope.
Berserk of Gluttony.
Oh. Okay, Sensuality maybe. But no, I scrolled significantly further down.
Okay, I see. What else we got? Sorry, I don't have this pulled up on my thing, so I'm actually reading off the thing.
Yeah, that hurt. I'm wearing that. That makes
hurt
my
your eyes.
contacts. That makes my contacts go batty and.
The Gene of AI.
Yep.
Studio Madhouse.
Oh, Madhouse.
And it's a
You can't go wrong.
psychological thriller, and that is right up my alley.
More Card Fight Vanguard.
Oh yeah. That series needs to die about as bad as some of these others.
Season 6, 7, 8, 9.
However, if you look, it's January winter
2024.
winter 2024, summer 2024, summer 2025, and winter 2025.
Okay, where are we at?
I was scrolling like all the way down to the bottom.
And that's yeah.
That has we have a Spy Family movie coming, a Zombieland Saga movie coming, another Overlord movie. We have a Bunny Girl movie coming, a Skate OVA.
Yuri on Ice movie coming.
Wait.
Yep.
All right. I need to
More Madoka Magica. Another movie of that coming. Overlord.
Skate OVA.
Okay, some of the stuff down here at the bottom looks very interesting to me.
Girls on Panzer movie.
Yuri on. Okay, I'm finally Haikyuu movie. Yuri on Ice, Madoka, Overlord,
Girls in Panzer movies,
and a new Sword Art movie.
Meh.
Me and her
two Girls in Panzer movies.
3 Girls in Panzer movies. 4, 5, and 6. I haven't.
You're happy, Doug.
I actually have not. I only saw the first movie that came out. I have not watched any of the others.
Okay. And let me know when you get to the unknown, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff that's gonna. Because the first one should pique all of our interests.
My Dress Up Darling sequel.
Wait, where are we at?
Unknown. Once you get below the movies. Beastar's final season. My Dress Up Darling sequel.
Code Geass.
My Dress Up Darling.
Panty and Stocking.
New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2 sequel.
Why? Shaman King. More Fate.
We were just talking about that. Is there anything worse than Fate? Trying to figure out the order.
Here you go, Doug. More Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
Yep.
Disney Twisted Wonderland.
Sounds like fun.
I'm intrigued by that. Not gonna lie.
Bartender. Hey, look, Turkey. Bye Bye Earth.
Nights with a Cat.
Made in Abyss. Tenchi Muyo.
Well, all right.
I swear, anime is predictable yet unpredictable with what they will continue.
And as always, I think we've figured
out
everything is, you know what? Everything is everywhere.
If there's any shows that we said that we may watch that you as listeners are surprised that seems like it's out of our tastes, or if everything seems like it fits with who we are, let us know in the comments. And we literally have filled up like an hour and 45 minutes of just looking at my anime list, 2023 animes and beyond, and
15 minutes of
randomness.
random nonsense. Yeah.
And what have we learned today? Isekai is still overdone.
Much to my dismay.
It's still dominant.
And as John Knight says, a lot of anime to look forward to in 2023. Yes, yes, yes.
100% yes.
And Ross says there's an anime called There's a Reason Why We Yawn. Literally.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I am probably going to continue to watch all my stupid nonsense feel-good animes. Just because.
Did anyone actually tabulate how many I said I was going to watch this season?
No, I gave up. And Mario's comment. So much isekai Giguk is rolling on the floor somewhere. Probably.
He probably is. Jinx,
and actually,
you owe me a soda.
And on that note, I will say I'm actually tempted to download and try out Genshin Impact, given the amount of cast of Genshin voice actors we've talked to, how many, and we've got we're still talking to more.
Yes. In fact, we've got some really good guests coming up, including next week. We're going to have Jeff Fold from Vermont Gatherings is going to be joining us, talking about the Vermont Winter Renaissance Fair that's going to be coming up early February, as well as the Vermont Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo at the end of April, which we will have a table at for Anime-Zing Radio. Casey Fox will have a table at the Winter Ren Fair. Ironically, the 3 cons that I have confirmed and already know that we will be at are all Vermont shows. And Ross says, Darren, you're watching about 15, I think. Mario says, Ross coming in clutch. As far as...
And then they're all going on about me joining them playing Genshin.
Which Genshin it's fun. I just don't have the time to play it, and I refuse to spend money on the gacha side of things. But the graphics were great. The characters were fun. And talking about Genshin, we have Josie McCoy is going to be joining us on February 5th. We're going to be welcoming Josie back. And much like before, because we had so much fun talking with him, we're going to have Rick join us from Nerd Urbanity, who had won the guest co-host spot the last time Josie joined us. So we're going to bring the whole crew back together again.
Sounds like a grand time.
That's going to be a fun time because we need somebody to fill up the space when Darren falls asleep.
Pretty much. I'm not even denying it at this point.
I don't even have anything witty to add to that.
Darren just accepts it now. It's become part of the running joke of the show. It seems like every show has that one quirky little thing. For us, it's, will Darren stay awake? This week, yes. Next week, who knows?
One of these days, I'm going to pretend to fall asleep, and I will just make some random comments in my sleep and see how y'all react to that.
Nico Ni, pretend to be asleep for that.
Maybe.
Oh God! And see what's gonna happen is Doug will actually believe this is real and not remember this conversation happened.
Me and my shiny object syndrome.
But hey, what do I know? I just work here.
Wait, you work here? That means you get paid. We get paid?
I use the term work loosely.
This is a hobby job. I don't even get paid for this.
True.
At some point, we will. Speaking of which,
See you next time, Ross.
Speaking of which, if you would like to support us, we do have a Patreon. Head over to patreon.com, search for Anime-Zing Radio. If you'd like to support us, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. We thank those who have supported us thus far. All the money is going to go towards good things, including the fact that we are in the process of bringing a voice actor to a convention in Vermont. So definitely stay tuned for more information on that as we're allowed to talk about it. I know that everybody involved is excited. It's going to be a big undertaking. Also, there's going to be some changes happening later this year for me. So definitely stay tuned because at some point we won't be in New York anymore.
Yeah, he'll be down here in the Carolinas with me on vacation.
I wish I had the money for that, but all the money is going to be going into a move to greener pastures, and we'll be closer to family. Good family. On that note, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Keep watching the animes. Thank you to everybody who tunes in for the live shows. Thank you for listening through the podcast. We appreciate everybody who tunes in. And we hope that you continue to enjoy and support Anime-Zing Radio for many years to come. So on that note, I wish everybody a safe and wonderful week. And we'll see you again next week right here on Anime-Zing Radio. And we welcome Jeff Full.
Good night, everybody.
Night.